Emden and Russell is a law firm. Let me try to call it. See, what you're seeing is a lot of indiscriminate murder, like you hear about Mali and the targeting of Arabs, ethnic Arabs. There's a lot of indiscriminate murder going on. This is because of the war on terror climate that's going on. So the security apparatuses have become stronger and act with more impunity since the George W. Bush era. And then the President Barack Obama era, because President Obama is beholden to the redneck, the Anglo-Celtic ancestry, security ruling class. You can't go against them. You know, that was part of the conditions of him becoming president. They wanted him to be president for a reason, to make use of him. They wanted to make use of him.
Dr. Kaplan's office?
Yes. Is this Emden and Russell?
I'm sorry?
Is this Emden and Russell?
No, you have the wrong number.
Okay, sorry. Yes, that's New York. You had the wrong number. Click. Bitch. Lousy bitch. Yeah. You didn't say I'm sorry. You must have the wrong number. Yeah. That's a New Yorker that doesn't have any class. Huh? Believe me, there are a whole lot of them out. Now I'm going to call the ACLU in New York, which is the headquarters. See, because what's happening here is the Muslim community is colluding with others to defray me. That's, not to defray, that's the wrong word, to delay me, forestall me from being able to carry out effective litigation. What has helped them the most is the driver's license situation. So being revoked, which I didn't know it was. I had no idea it was revoked. Suspended, which can fall into revocation. I had no idea. It's my only means of livelihood. Because I believe secretly a deal was made with Canada. This is what I believe, to keep me out of my child's life due to input from Agent Dan Ramos of Seattle, Washington. Good morning. Is this the ACLU?
Yes, may I help you?
Yes. I met Anthony Romero some years ago. Can I speak to him, or is that difficult?
No, I do not know.
Hello?
Sorry, Anthony Romero is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Brother Anthony, Mr. Romero, ¿cómo estás? Estoy Adam. My name is Adam, and we met in an Oakland parking lot outside the Barnes & Noble bookstore when you were giving a talk. You and I were speaking alone. I had since gone to Singapore, like I told you I would, to try to settle down and get married. And what happened was I was abused over there, and I was envied, and I was eventually thrown into prison, to an anti-terror detention prison, and kicked out. The federal case I filed in the Northern District of California is CV Charlie Victor 133470LB. That's CV Charlie Victor 133470 with the last initials LB for Justice Laura Beeler, filed in San Francisco in the Northern District of California. I was discriminated against, sexuality, all of that discriminated against and abused in Singapore at the behest of a U.S. official. At the behest of a U.S. official. My number here is 213 area code 377-4267. I'm stuck in Cypress, California. That's 213 area code 377-4267. I'm trying to resolve this amicably, and I'm being abused even by my religious community, which the Singapore officials have been going to and showing erotic photos of myself that I shared with someone that I was engaged to be married. And they went and used the surveillance paradigm to do that. So they basically ruined my life and ruined my livelihood, and I need help on it. There are other cases which are appended to this, including one time when I was thrown out of an airport in San Jose, or the Reed Hillview Airport. I was grabbed, pushed, shoved, and thrown out of Reed Hillview Airport. But the other cases are, the federal cases are 3-07 CV 00543 MJJ, Mike Juliet Juliet, as in Justice Marvin Jenkins. And the other cases are the same as 00543, 00546, 00547 MJJ. Please help us. Thank you.
To message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. To record it. It's still Adam. My name is Adam, and we met in an Oakland parking lot outside the Barnes & Noble bookstore when you were giving a talk. You and I were speaking alone. I had since gone to Singapore, like I told you I would, to try to settle down and get married. And what happened was I was abused over there, and I was envied, and I was eventually thrown into prison through an anti-terror detention prison and kicked out. The federal case I filed in the Northern District of California is CV Charlie Victor 13347L. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3.
I gotta delete it and
To
re-record.
re-record it, 4. To add to it, 5. Recording.
Brother Anthony, this is Adam speaking. ¿Cómo estás? Mr. Romero, we met outside an Oakland parking lot when you were at the Barnes & Noble bookstore in 2008. Before I went to Singapore, like I told you I would, try to go to Singapore to settle and get married. Come to find out that I was discriminated against and I was envied and targeted over there for a long time, and it was planned to throw me into an anti-terror detention. Erotic sexual matter was used against me that I shared with someone that I was engaged to be married. Those photos were used against me from my religious community because I'm a Muslim to disparage me, also for my livelihood and from other further relationships that I tried to reestablish with the person I was engaged to. They use those images to disparage me and to make me persona non grata throughout Asia, and I don't even know why. And they're using the claws of terror to hang it over my head that I'm an extremist or similar to Paul Ciancia or an Aaron Alexis, that I pose that type of threat, and it's completely untrue. It is a lie. I am stuck here in Cypress, California, and there was a case I'd like you to look at. I filed it in the Northern District of California on July 24th, which I had an October court date, and then they vacated that to December 19th. That case is Charlie Victor. The number is it's filed in San Francisco, the Northern District of California. It's CV, as in Charlie Victor 133470, ending with the initials LB, as in Justice Laura Beeler. It is CV 133470 LB. And there are other cases I filed before, which my livelihood was also attacked previously, which was 3-07. You might not need those numbers, but they all start with that. 3-07 CV. They also all start with that. And then the numbers are 00543 MJJ, Mike Juliet as Justice Marvin Jenkins, and then 00546 MJJ, and then 00547 MJJ. So that being said, I don't want to be listed as a vexatious litigant, but I am being tormented, particularly by some undeclared or rogue unit, and it's making my life miserable. My number is 213 area code 377-4267. Your local office in Los Angeles, since I'm in this area, as I said, I'm in Cypress, California, stranded. They have tried to do something, tried to contact me once, but since then, any of my calls that have been surveilled or monitored, they would not return my calls. The LA office would not return my calls. I don't know why, particularly to my San Francisco number. So, and even this number, nobody would give me a call back. It is strange, and I cannot get counsel or even interest in this case. I don't know why. Even Attorney Bruce Fein, F-E-I-N, or F-I-N, I think it's F-E-I-N, looked into it. Constitutional attorney. Professor Turley, I can't get through to him. But Bruce Fein looked into it and then would not return my calls when I was in San Francisco. I don't know why. It's a very peculiar case. Senator Feinstein got involved, but I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But it seemed to tone down, or maybe it made things worse. I don't know. Please help, please assist as I make record of everybody I contact. And I still hope that civil liberties and civil rights are alive in the U.S. Thank you.
Press pound or hang up. Your message has been sent. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now.
Okay, I'm going to hang up. That's it. That was Anthony Romero.